Google has shipped Gemini 2.5 Pro, and the benchmark results are genuinely difficult to dismiss. It's claimed the top spot on the LMSys leaderboard for coding tasks, beating out GPT-4o and Claude 3.7 Sonnet on multiple software engineering benchmarks. This isn't a marginal improvement. It represents a meaningful shift in where the frontier actually sits heading into mid-2025. On SWE Bench Verified, Gemini 2.5 Pro is posting scores that would have seemed like science fiction just 1 year ago. SWE Bench is particularly meaningful because it tests real-world software engineering tasks, fixing bugs in actual open-source repositories, not contrived academic problems. When a model performs at this level on messy, real code bases, engineers building production systems have to pay attention. The headline spec is a 1 million token context window, but the more important story is that it appears to work usably rather than just technically. Many previous models claimed extended context, but quietly degraded in quality halfway through a long document, a phenomenon researchers call the lost-in-the-middle problem. Gemini 2.5 Pro is demonstrating measurably better coherence across that full range, which fundamentally changes the category of problems worth attempting. When your context window reliably holds 1 million tokens, entirely new workflow categories open up. Imagine loading an entire large code base into a single prompt for holistic analysis, rather than chunking it and losing cross-file relationships, or reviewing a full legal contract without ever splitting it into pieces that lose surrounding context, or feeding a complete research corpus into one session to synthesize insights across hundreds of papers simultaneously. These aren't demos, they're production-grade time savers. Google placing Gemini 2.5 Pro on the AI Studio free tier is not generosity. It's a calculated land grab for developer mindshare. The playbook is straightforward. Get engineers building workflows and muscle memory around your model before the paid tier locks in, and switching costs do the retention work for you. This mirrors how AWS built dominance by offering free tiers that converted into long-term enterprise contracts once teams were already deeply integrated. No honest review skips the rough edges. Gemini 2.5 Pro can be verbose when you need precise, concise output, a real friction point in production pipelines where token efficiency matters. Its reasoning traces, while genuinely useful for debugging complex logic, sometimes feel padded, as if the model is narrating its thinking to fill space rather than to illuminate it. Benchmark wins also don't always translate linearly to production behavior, where latency, cost, and reliability matter as much as raw capability scores. 12 months ago, the dominant narrative was whether Google could stay relevant as OpenAI pulled further ahead. That narrative has genuinely inverted. Gemini 2.5 Pro isn't catching up from behind. It's competing punch for punch at the absolute frontier of model capability. The moat that OpenAI built through GPT-4 and the early ChatGPT era, built on brand trust and developer habit, is eroding faster than most observers predicted heading into 2025. For engineers making real architectural decisions about which models to build on, the landscape looks meaningfully different than it did 6 months ago. The recommendation isn't to tear down existing integrations overnight. Switching costs are real. But treating Gemini 2.5 Pro as a serious primary option rather than a challenger worth monitoring is the right frame now. The free tier at AI Studio gives you zero-cost access to frontier capability, and that window won't stay open indefinitely.